All right, getting everything set up for y'all. Good morning, evening, whenever you're watching this thing. Apologize that it's late, because that's what it is. We try to do these things on Monday, and it's just not always easy to get the clips. So we might have to start doing stuff on Tuesday. Put a poll out on X or on Twitter. Ask what you wanted. Enough of you said you kind of wanted the offense and the defense in the first half, and you wanted the defense just as a whole. So it's going to be two separate clips today. This one is just going to be the first half. The next one will be, or the second video will be the defense in the second half. The tale of the day is just two things, or not the tale, the saying of the day. You're going to hear me say it a lot. Two things can be true. Okay. Now, what do I mean by that? You'll see specifically when I actually get to the second part of the video. But I want you to notice, just pay attention to this play clock. Again, I don't know if you can see it clearly. Hopefully we can get you, hopefully one day I can just figure out, because I'm not smart. So if you are, and you know how to do this, tell me. Can connect this to where the screen can just be here, and you can like have the screen big, but like me down in the corner. We'll figure it out. Anyway, moving on. Let's do this. So on the first drive, you come out in zone, something you haven't done all year. And again, I'm going to try to go as quickly as possible through this one, mainly because there's like 10 minutes of this. So you come out in zone, he drops, they drop, and they sneak it right in here. It's perfectly fit. Dow just, I think that's Dow, yeah. Dow just gets his hand in there. You do zone a whole lot more today than you usually do. And that was another thing I noticed too. Debo had himself a game, so it was so weird. Debo's going to come around here on the delayed blitz. He had such a good game, but he has some questionable things too. Again, come out in kind of a zone. You have the DT, the defensive tackle, and the can't think straight. Defensive tackle in the end, they stunt. Boom. And I think it's on both sides. Yep. So does a good job getting that. So first defensive series, you do a pretty good job of just being a good defense. Again, I want to point this out just real quick to time. Or sorry, 11 seconds on the clock when the ball snapped. Just remember this. So you get on offense, and oh my bad. There's this play again. So what's about to happen is you're going to get on offense, and a lot today or in this game. You got saved by Missouri penalties, and you just couldn't capitalize on them. Good grief. What is happening here? Whole bunch of nothing. Yeah, Tree's just not able to. So it looks like everyone's coming this way. I don't know if it's supposed to be a combination block, because Trey kind of just jumped straight out to the second level. And I feel like that's what Tree was expecting, right? Tree was expecting this to help get over to where he's supposed to be. But Tree just kind of goes straight to the second level. That's the only thing I can think of. And then that happened, so. They did a good job of this early on, and they didn't go to it enough, in my opinion. Especially after they saw just how bad your offensive line was doing, moving the pocket. So anytime, again, I'm not saying you don't know this, but just in case you don't, anytime you hear me refer as moving the launch point, you're just moving it to somewhere else Spencer Rattler can get the ball off. So the defensive ends or any of the pass rushers can't just pin their ears back and rush to a spot. Makes it that much more difficult. Did Mario have a cutback here? Did he have a cutback? I kind of think this is a Mario here. I think he should cut this up. But he kind of just runs into the pile instead. I think that's a Mario there. And I don't say that a lot. I think he missed one. Backside cuts, I feel like I've been there for this team all year. So this throw here, it's not one I hate. So let me explain something real quick with what I'm about to say. Good grief, words. Spencer Rattler, when you see this throw, it's a bit inside. Now, is Amari Brown going to catch this ball if it's any more to the right? I don't know. Probably not, because that's not who Amari Brown is. He's not your one-on-one go up and get it guy. That's why you need some big body receivers, and you do. But Spencer Rattler typically puts this back shoulder throw in a great place. It's on the run. It's not an easy thing to do. But what you're about to see is it's going to be enough inside here where Brown never really has a chance to come back to the ball. It's just the littlest of things. Like, this is not Spencer Rattler's fault by any stretch of the imagination. Did this a couple times too. It's easier said than done. I'm curious if once this pocket collapses here, can we just go out instead of coming back in? Because I feel like I like your chances more, Spence, of outrunning this guy coming this way with all this green grass than I do you coming in. So it's just one of those things. It's easier said than done, but you move on. I think you got saved by a holding penalty down there. Oh, I remember why I put this in. So I put this in to show you as well. It wouldn't have mattered if he caught the ball. But again, it's the littlest of things on offense that got you this game. You couldn't finish one, but that's not a little thing. That's a big thing. This play wouldn't have counted no matter what. However, I want to see you come up with this catch, Brown. There's no reason why you can't catch the ball. It's the little things, man. It's just the little things. Juju bounces out. And again, I'm not going to explain everything. Trying to roll through. It was a good little route by Blake. And he kind of sat there. 3rd and 7. This should have been no surprise to you here. No, that was a heck of a play by Joyner. And I think there's going to be a sideline angle here. We told you this on what to expect. Again, strongly encourage you watch it. We told you what to expect, that the running backs could get involved in the passing game, and I thought they should get involved in the passing game. Thursday is when we did what to expect, I believe, because the safeties and the linebackers do not do a good enough job of respecting them. You had like 8 targets, and a lot of people were upset and mad about the screens. And I'm going to bring that up here in just a second because I had a question. Well, what's the difference between a bad play call and a lack of execution, or vice versa? A great play call, it wasn't executed right. Or a bad play call, but it was executed to perfection. Those kind of things. And I'm going to hit on that in just a second. But Dow Loggins obviously saw something that I think I saw in terms of you are able to get your running backs involved. A lot of the times you just didn't have the pressure. Nick is telling, who is this? What's Nick? So who missed what? I'm not sure. I mean, Knox gets shoved back. Nick's got his face looking down. Fubar's actually doing a pretty good job out there. Trevon, not really sure what happens here. Somebody misses an assignment, but I can't really tell who. We'll move on. This is so weird. I feel like there was 2 of these plays. Mario has been breaking these. I don't know if he's still like the injury, like he's still got a little on the ankle. But I saw this and was like, man, not this, but plays about that. I was like, man, he gone. He gonna hit his head on the goalpost. But he gets tackled by the ankles, which is not not necessarily the ankles, but he's kind of broken through those tackles before. But Hooper, number 8, is a for the heck of a guy. Another one. This is all on Spencer Rattler. The last thing you can do, is hold the ball here, right? So I know he's reading concepts over here, but you have to have, and he knows this, and I'm pretty sure he admitted it on the post game presser that not all the sacks on the offensive line, not all the sacks on him, not all the sacks on the receiver. It's kind of combined effort, right? You have to have that mental clock in your head. He knows this. This isn't open. This isn't open. So we go. Hopefully, I can go slow enough, or it doesn't. All that's locked up. His eyes should have already been here, in my opinion, and working through the progressions. And I'll go through it full play real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. Again, easier said than done. This is easy for me to sit here and tell you that he should have saw that there was nothing there. Maybe this is a timing route to go out. Yeah, a little post. But it's too little too late. So let's go back here to the snap. As soon as he snaps the ball, we go count. If I hit play. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Got to be out. That was too long. And again, that's usually about how long you have. And I get the read was probably over here. That's something that I wish I could ask Loggins. I could ask Rattler. Is this a primary read to Simon? Is that why you didn't work and progress through? Because you have Harbor. I mean, that's a completed pass. You might have a chance to go for it. Or at least you're definitely in field goal range, but after that, you get out of it. Debo, again, just kind of – he had a decent game, man. He still had those over-pursuing drives and, like here, kind of just getting lost in the backfield and lets his assignment go in the zone. This is the difference between you being a good player and a great player. Makes his man look like a fool. I don't know if you can see, but Jordan Strachan puts this man's face in the dirt. All he got to do is make a tackle 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Nope. It's the difference between being good and great. Again, it's the little things. It is the little things. And I know a lot of people are going to be upset about this. And again, rightfully so. But a lot of where they have gotten attacked is this deep middle. Let me show you real quick. So if you're wondering why they dropped off so far, by the way, this is Nick Emmanwori. Just in case you're wondering. Now, he's in the zone, so he's not necessarily a linebacker. It's lined up as one, but he's in zone, so this is his responsibility anyway in that zone. Well, they drop back far because they're worried about Luther Burden and everybody else attacking them there. So they're going to be vulnerable to that here. I think you kind of lack that speed in the middle. Oh, and then this is the play. Everyone wanted to blame this on Kilgore, and it's not. This is not on Kilgore. You're about to see it in just a second. Boom. I thought I clipped it just right. Where is it? So, because I don't have the All-22 or the end zone version, and I wish I did, this would be a whole lot easier to see with it. Pre-snap, Kilgore, DQ's over here. Kilgore's somewhere in this area. I don't know if they called this a bracket. I don't know if it was more of a Kilgore just sees he's got the responsibility. I don't know if both of them were told, like, hey, both of you watch Luther Burden. You see where his eyes are? You see where Luther Burden is, and you see where his eyes are? That play action, that quick DQ. This is not on Kilgore. If anything, Kilgore almost gets that. I mean, this is a heck of a throw. Heck of a catch by Luther Burden, too, by the way. You have to give credit where credit is due. Both the throw and the catch. This is on DQ. Your eyes can't be in the backfield here, especially when you and your responsibility as Luther Burden. That's all on DQ, in my opinion. Again, I'm not going to go through every bad run block, especially in the first half, because I think y'all had like -8 yards. Again, kind of one of those, can't see what's going on downfield, but let's count it. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. So like you don't have longer than 3 seconds. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. And you got to get it out. And Hooper, again, Fugar just misses the stunt. That's all it is. So like it's just a combination of a lot of things. Again, see the ball or where the time was snapped, it was like 18 seconds. Again, I kind of want you to remember this because there's a point to it. Look, 15 seconds for the ball snapped. Mm-hmm. Good job by Kilgore. I freaking love the Kilgore tape, man. Love it. Love it. And this doesn't matter either because it's offsides. So it wasn't going to matter either. But again, it's the little things. This is the difference between, and so for me, when you ask, well, what's a good play call or what's the difference between a bad play call and bad execution? He's like, Jordan Strachan, I believe, is lined up offside, so it doesn't matter. It negates everything. It's irrelevant. However, I would still like you to make plays. Look at this. Look at this. Boom, boom, and boom. You have this licked right here. There's no reason that these two, let me go just a little bit further. No reason these two. I mean, that's Kilgore. That's one of your better tacklers this year. And I don't know who that is. There's no reason these two should let this guy get to this line. But guess what? Sure enough, he does. It's the little things, man. It's just the littlest of things. And that's your difference between are you in a scheme that fits you? No, you're not. But that's execution there. That even though it didn't matter, you have to find a way. And again, Sanders had a heck of a game. Dude, I don't think y'all realize how good Sanders has played this year. And it's going unnoticed because two things can be true at once. There do need to be changes on the defense side of the ball, and you still have talented players that make plays. And he did in this game, man. That's not the last time you go hear two things can be true. Just so you know. And this is just a throw. You can't blame this on Dial. You can. This is throwing into the void. This is clearly a zone. He has to be pretentious. I don't know if that's the right word. He's got to look out for both of these guys. He's got here. This is his responsibility. Now, he notices it and he picks it up, but it's a little too late, and that's fine, but he still has to make sure that none of these guys are going to come in and cut into his zone. So it's a difficult thing to defend. Better pass because he puts it in between Kilgore and Dial. I can understand having it both ways, something I definitely would rather hear in the film room, and I'm pretty sure this is just somebody being in the wrong spot. Yeah. I don't know why we're here, Blanton. I do not know why we're here. We let the mesh point of the plate, we let the mesh point of the fake fool us into getting central, and that's what he does. And just boom. Just boom. Moving the launch point again. Spencer using his legs. This is why I think when Sellers gets his shot next year, at the end of this year, whenever it may be, I think Logan's offense is going to be that much more dangerous when you have a threat. Because you don't really want Spencer Rattler running. But screen. Again, I know a lot of people don't like the screen. This was just not executed. Maybe not the right call at the right time because you didn't necessarily have a blitz either. It's always better for a screen to be run into the blitz, in my opinion. But There's that. Oof, about got his face ripped off. Again, no real, not much there. Behind. Again, it's weird, man. Spencer, this game was just a little thing. He was off. I was behind Leggett. I am kind of up. Again, this could simply just be we're putting this on tape and we're going to come back to this another time. But this is Harbor right here. If. Again, this I don't know the play call here. So I can't tell you this was the right thing or the wrong thing or this was the play all along to Leggett. I don't. Man, you sitting about 8 yards deep and you've got 2 blockers and Harbor's a big, big boy. Yeah. Yeah. Makes you wonder. Makes you wonder. Harbor again in the slot, just in case you're wondering. Bad snap. Low, well, not necessarily bad snap. It was a low snap. Spencer could have handled it. Never gave yourself a chance. Back on defense. And again, this first half defense was abysmal. And it really was. Kilgore's lined up in the slot or in the nickel position. He gets beat here. I think it's underthrown. And then this is honestly a good play. This is a good play design. Not this. This is a great play design. This is coming off of the motion. Boom, boom, and boom. All 3 of these guys are going to attack this just for this tunnel screen to be there. And the only person that really picks up on it is guess who? I believe it's Sanders. And he has the chance. Maybe that's Debo. Maybe that is Debo. I'm not gonna be mad that you don't make this tackle, but it would have been nice to. But no, that wasn't Debo. So who was that? Debo was right. Anyway, don't matter. Moving on. George Strong. And then Debo probably should have made the tackle and not allowed him to get the first down either. But it's just the little things. It's just the little things. DQ just getting rain. Who is this? Can't tell if that's 22. I can't tell. But Kilgore, poor Bubba. Kilgore kind of gets run flat over on the pool. Oh, was that Bam Scott? Still learning, so I apologize. How deep are we in? 23 minutes? I think Kilgore or Eminwari was supposed to have the flat there. And this is just Pup's young, and I'll give him that. And he's slower than Brady, but nothing really much here. I'm not trying to just be silent. This was just a bad angle here. And again, Eminwari, and I think he's playing out of funk because he's so out of position this year, and he can't get into a rhythm like he did last year. So I hate it for him. I really do. I think he's being utilized the complete wrong way. I'm sure that'll make y'all happy. Again, nothing you can really do. It's not Fugar's fault. Maybe you can blame that. This was here. Hold on, let me explain this first. This is just a good call. It's a good delayed blitz. And it's not going to matter because Trevon's got his face buried in 90's back and never sees him anyway. So, but on this play, offsides, take a shot, let go of the ball. Again, it's just the little things, right? Again, it don't matter because you get the 5 yards, but take the shot. And this is the one right here. And you get, why are you throwing another screen? Well, let me tell you what. Called into the blitz. He gets the ball. Now, I'm not telling you right here, Ferguson, very good defense tackle, doesn't still make this play. However, it makes it that much more difficult when we've got 3 people here that can't get to the one guy that's coming into the screen. Fuck. Boom. Splits them. So, again, it's the difference, and here's a different view of it. There's nobody but this guy. If you block it, maybe Juju can continue to go outside and Ferguson never catches him. You never know. It's just the little things. Again, wanting to circle that. It was snapped at the 18-second mark. This is snapped at the 13-second mark. Just pay attention to that as we finish up into this. I think that was, who was that? Debo and Blanton there. That's this. So this is what this is what happens when you try to do something that you're not used to doing. If you're a quarterback and you see this, you're just drooling out of the mouth at this point. You're in zone. This is Collier, I believe. Maybe that, I can't remember who it was. It was just, it was rough. Some things, something else I noticed, and we talked about this on the post-game show. And I mean this with all due respect. Kilgore, Nickham, and Ward. That's not what they are the best at doing. It's just not. I'm going to leave it at that. We will leave it at that. So your best 2 tacklers are out on the side worrying about receivers. And because of that, over pursued. Boom. That's the definition between bad scheming, in my opinion, or the difference between bad scheming. Great job by the offensive line, by the way. They licked everything. Defense does a good job here of holding them. Again, I saw there, it was like 15 seconds when the ball snapped. 20 seconds. And boom, hold to a field goal. Try to get this done in 30 seconds. Good little find, quick little read, gets it out. I don't know if this is miscommunication by Harbor. I think he was supposed to be on a comeback route. I wish Spencer gives O'Mega Blake a chance on that one. Omega Blake runs 3 yards backwards before he goes forwards. You get saved by a penalty. Again, you got saved a lot on the offense, but you couldn't capitalize. And this is what I'm talking about, that running back play. Or the little delayed route. You had chances, you had opportunities. You just couldn't capitalize, man. This one, maybe it's on Spencer. I don't know. Again, it's just how does Justin Stepp teach Amari Brown to run that, right? So, and that's the first half, and it does that. So, it's just the littlest things on both sides of the ball that are just, you got to do better in this game. You can't afford to do that. Now, second clip will be defense. Hopefully the offense can get back in a rhythm. Hopefully you get a healthy Rashawn Lee back or more back. Somebody. You need to be healthy on that line because good grief. And you're going to see Thursday. Y'all got a tall task for that Texas A&M defensive line. See you in a second.